Hello, it's Crypto CJ. It's the trade of the day, Monday night / Tuesday morning Zoom edition, depending on where in the world you are. We had an interesting weekend. Bitcoin broke 80,000, then dipped below and then broke it again a little while ago. So, and then there's more military action going on in Iran, and we've got sort of competing um, approaches here on the market. So one of these has probably got to give, and I just don't know if I trust this market. Let's go to the charts and check it out. I'll share my screen. We'll look at Bitcoin. And yes, here we are on Bitcoin on the day chart. It's trending up, currently 80,004. And we've broken two of the daily averages, the EMA 20 and the 50 are moving averages, and closing in on the 200. Let's look at a shorter time frame. Yeah, we had the pump to almost 81K and then a big drop down to 78. I thought, oh, here we go again, and then bounce back right back and trending back up again. So Bitcoin looking pretty good. Maybe it's just a short squeeze. I don't know. Ethereum trending up as well, though not as sharply. Has broken the EMA 20 and 50, looking for the 200 and closing in on this 2,500 line I drew actually quite a while ago. That was support for quite a while. We'll see if we can break above that and use it as support. I had an email I wanted to look at. Yeah, this is what I was trying to say. They said a little better here. The market's sending two completely different signals right now. Bitcoin smashes through 80K. At the same time, U.S. launches a naval operation in the Strait of Hormuz, off the coast of Iran. Iran attacks commercial vessels. One market screaming risk on. Geopolitics saying, I don't think so. So when price action and reality diverges this hard, something has to give. That's where I got that. So the structure of this Bitcoin rally is more fragile than you think. So this could break above the 80s, stay there a little while, and then crash on down. So with that in mind, I'm just day trading. I haven't really done any swing trading. I'm just trying to pick up my 1.5% at 10x leverage, for 15% trades and then get out. So we will focus on that today. And we'll start with Crypto Bubbles, one of our free sources. And the market was almost entirely green when I brought this up, 20 minutes or so ago. Now it's some red slipping in there. It's about 50-50. All right, sorting on the day column, Toncoin's number one. Dash is up there. That's an older project. I was going to set an alert on that one. All right, so this is my day trading layout. 15-minute chart. Supply and demand visible range by Lux Algo for support and resistance. Support the green zone, resistance the red zone. The RTI relative trend index for entries and alerts. So this is where I set alerts on the RTI. I'm going to right click on this and add an alert. And I'm going to choose entering a channel. I'll set up the channel at 80 on top, 20 on the bottom. And then on the message section, I'll put my information source, Crypto Bubbles, which TradingView remembers, and click apply. And then expiration, you can set it for later today. I always have mine on open-ended. And then notifications, notify an app on my smartphone, toast notifications, a little pop-up here on my laptop, play a sound also on my laptop. I go with 3 notes reverb, but there's a few to choose from, and then other categories and alerts you can do. So Click apply and create. And then you see this rectangle here. So if it dips below the 20 and breaks back up, like here, then that tends to be a long entry. If it breaks above the 80 and then dips back down, like we have going on right now, that can be a short entry. So if you're fairly new to this kind of trading, you can get a Blowfin account. It's one of my sponsors, and you can trade both directions, use leverage. There's no KYC requirement, and there's no need to use a VPN. So if you're watching on the recording, that link is in the pinned comment, and that will help you and me. So you get a discount or a deposit bonus. I get a small commission. Works out for both of us. Anyway, back to the RTI. We have a dip below the 80. It's trending down. So if we look here in our range, if it goes all the way down to the green zone again, that's 18%. That's an amazing day trade. So I'm gonna probably take that. Not financial advice, but do your own research. And I've got my trading screen over here to my left. It's not part of what I'm showing, but go ahead and take that short. And then if you're familiar with the ladder buy technique or dollar cost averaging, you might want to go in small and then hold some funds out to make additional purchases in case it goes against you. We do have 3 green candles, so that's sort of discouraging me as a short, but overall, I like the setup, so I'm gonna go for it. If it goes against me, I'll do some additional purchases and hopefully get out. All right, so that's Dash as a day trade. As a swing, layout's a little bit different. It's on the 1-hour chart. The same indicator for support and resistance. I'm using the SuperTrend for entries and this Trendilo LSMA moving average indicator for confirmation. The moving average indicator just turned red, though the SuperTrend is still on a buy signal. So if this turns red to a sell, maybe around here, yeah, 23%, that'd be a great swing trade. So if you want to set this up for a swing, right click on the SuperTrend. And you can leave it on direction change or go for a sell. Message, same thing. And then the rest. Might want to use a different sound for swing trades. I usually use handbell. But I'm kind of maxed out on swing trades now. I'm waiting for some to resolve, so I'm not going to take this one, but this alert. But you might want to check it out on Dash. Okay, any questions on this one? All right, let's go back to crypto bubbles. And let's sort the opposite direction. So this is what's been beaten down. And Chili's has been good lately. Let's check that out. All right, so Chili's is poised and ready to go right at the 20. So this one's should break up pretty soon, but we've had some fake outs here. This one broke up, did okay. This one didn't go very far. This one didn't go anywhere. Neither did this. So that happens sometimes. I think I have a Chili's alert from a couple days ago. Recycle alerts. Well, maybe not. So I will set an alert on this one. And if I'm trading spot and I just want to do one alert one direction, crossing up on the 20 can be the way to go. Then you know the rest. But I like to go both directions. So I'm gonna go the entering channel. 80 on top, 20 on the bottom. Crypto bubbles apply. And sounds, yeah, apply and create. So if this goes above the 20, that alert will go off, during our Zoom call. We can make a decision if you want to take that long. Check out Bitcoin and the rest of the market. Put this on the hour chart. 15 minute. Yeah, we'll see. All right, so that's crypto bubbles. Another source I like is CoinGecko. Let's go there next. Again, we'll sort by the day column. Okay, I was reading the market overview here, so that's something that's convenient here on CoinGecko. Okay, we'll look at this ton coin, TON. This is on a lot of exchanges. It's on Coinbase, Kraken. Let's see what's on Blowfin. Yeah, there it is. So on the 15-minute chart, trending up pretty well. Could be ready for a short. So I'll set that alert. Go with the entering a channel. And create. There we go. So if this dips below the 80, the alert will go off. I'll have a decision to make if I want to take a short or not. Okay, chat. Your alert is exiting a channel. Oh, I set the wrong alert? Okay. I'm capable of that. Yeah, thank you. All right, there we go. Yeah, that happens sometimes. I make the wrong choice on that, and then the alert goes off. It's like, that doesn't make any sense. Then I have to change it. So thanks for that, Robin. And let's look at this as a swing. Well, the indicators are on board. Got a buy signal from SuperTrend, and the Trendilo LSMA is pointing straight up. So we like that, but it's right at resistance. This might be this an all-time high or a recent high? I'm not that familiar with this one. Okay, we're on a recent high. So this hasn't been in this area since January. And to get back where it was in January, it's 11%, 120 days. Yeah, I don't like this at all. Um, so there's really no retrace here. What you could do if you really want to trade this is set an alert above this area, like around just below $2. If it breaks that, then it's in uncharted territory. You know, it's looking for a new high, new all-time high. You can catch that. Sometimes that works, sometimes not. It's not how I trade, but I know a lot of people like to catch those pumping coins. So yeah, that's how you do that. All right, let's go back to CoinGecko. And we looked at Toncoin, we looked at Dash. And none of these others really. Zcash has been kind of volatile. Let's look at that. Okay, Zcash has been trending up pretty well. It's currently above the 80 on the RTI. I got badly burned on a short on Zcash a couple weeks ago, so I might wait for this one to go long again. And I think I did above the 50 on this one too, and that's a little different approach. So right click on the RTI, add an alert, and choose crossing up, and then the 50. So it dips a little bit, not all the way to the 20, and then looks like it wants to pump again. That one can be, a decent day trade. CoinGecko, apply, and create. So there'll be a dotted line in there on my midline. So we can see how the last time it did that, it was profitable. It dipped below the 50, came up here, went sideways for a while, but that would have gotten me out the 1.7. But if you're trading manually, 6.5%, it's a great day trade. So yeah, I'm gonna go with the 50 on this one on a long. Okay, so that's the day trade option. On the swing, similar to the last coin, we got a buy signal. Trendilo pointing up though, mostly sideways, but we're at resistance on the 1 hour chart. We'll look at some of the longer time frames. Yeah, these are at recent highs. So the day chart has retracement back to 538, but it took quite a while to get that far. So I don't really like this as a swing either. But if you're interested, set it up, set your alerts. And you can also set this up for just another buy signal. Wait for it um, to dip, which would turn into a sell and then turn into a buy again. And add an alert on the SuperTrend. Select the buy signal, and you know the rest. So, all right. So that is the CoinGecko option. Then our last one, CoinMarketCap, the crypto community sentiment, what people in this community are tracking and what they're cheering for. It's not exactly scientific, but what people are interested in can and does move the market. So this CASP has been up here for quite a while. Sui, Siren has been volatile. Pepe, Pi, even Bitcoin is up here on the bullish side. On the bearish side, the official Trump coin has been bearish for quite a while. Hmm. Got some other interesting ones. Algo, I traded that a couple days ago. Dot, Zcash again. So let's look at Sui. And it's on most exchanges. Trying to find it on Bluefin. It's not cooperating. There it is. So it's right at the 50 on the 15-minute chart. And got retrace potential. Not very far. Top of the red zone is 2%. Don't love that. So on this one, I'd want it to dip down below the 20, which happened here. And then it made a really nice move. 4%. It's a good day trade. So yeah, set your alert on the RTI. Try to catch the next move below 20 if you want a long, if you want a short. Yeah, some of the shorts have worked out. So you could set that alert both directions. All right, let's look at this as a swing. It's currently on the negative, so you could just set an alert on the SuperTrend to catch the next buy signal. Should probably happen around here. But yeah, the buy signal is going to kick in right at resistance on the 1 hour chart. 4 hour looks better. We have a buy signal. Trendilo is pointing up. But not, yeah, maybe 10%, 17 days. Not bad, but not great. So yeah, set your alerts, go from there. All right, let's see what else we have on this one. Polygon. Algo, yeah, I wanted to look at that one again. It's an older project, but it's been bouncing around lately. And broke above the 80. So this one's due for a short maybe. And I can just restart this alert. Maybe I have to edit. There's 80-20. It's not showing my rectangle. Huh, not sure why, but well, I won't waste any more time on that. Recycled algo alert. Ready to go. And let's go for a swing on this. Good candle action, but we're on a sell on SuperTrend. Trendilo is pointing down, so that's not. We have contradictory signals here. Yeah, kind of similar on the 4-hour. Yeah, none of these retraces look that good though. 22%, but over 100 days to get there. Yeah, I'm not liking any of these. So, all right, well, that's about all I have to look at. Anything you guys want to look at? Sometimes Robin's interested in something. Robin wants to look at Pump. I think he's been in this one for a while. All right. Okay, Pump. Name like Pump, it should be going up. Blowfin chart. We'll look at Chili's in a moment. Okay, Blowfin's hanging around the 50 on the day chart, day trading chart, excuse me. So you might want to set an alert to catch this. It didn't quite make it below the 20 here. And this is the downside of using the 20. So if it goes down to 21 or 22, the alert won't trigger. Maybe you don't know about it. And that would have been a really good entry right at support. And then makes a move, you find a 4.5%, 5%, which is a great day trade. So take that into consideration. That's why I use the 50 sometimes. It's a swing, which might be more useful to Robin. Mostly negative on the indicators. Not much of a range here. Yeah, less than 10%. You expect double digits on a 1-hour chart, the range between the green zone and the red zone. But we don't have that on the 1-hour. Let's try the 4. A little more room to move there. So you've got actually a sell signal is the most recent on the SuperTrend, but Trendilo pointing up. 10%, 17 days. So there's some room to move to retrace back to 0.2%. And maybe on the day chart. Yeah, it's got a long way to go to make it to its recent high. Well, sort of recent. January, 0.3%, or 0.03, 0.003. All right, so that's Pump. And okay, any others? All right, well, Tradewinds joined us. Thank you, sir. I'll wrap it up here. Thank you so much for joining me live. If you're watching on the recording, check out the pinned comment in the and check out those opportunities, Blowfin link that benefits us both, as I mentioned earlier, and the Carbon NFT that pays interest. All you have to do is provide some data off TradingView, and that's a pretty good deal. Opportunities abound. So in the pinned comment. But I'd rather see you live though. All right. I'm traveling next week, so I may not I may be traveling on Monday, going back to the US. So I will send an email one way or the other. So check your emails to see if I'll be here. But our current plan is to leave Monday to take a bus to the airport. It's another adventure. All right, enough of that. Let you guys go. We'll see you next time. Thanks. Bye.